Hi. So I know that I haven't done a live in a while, and there was some things going on, and they've been worked out. And I thought that Wednesday might work better than Friday. I know we were doing them on Fridays during the holidays in December, um, but I felt like Friday was a lot, right? So we're going to try Wednesdays and see what happens. So I'm Christine. If you don't know who I am, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and like the video. Um, so let's get started. We have hi Trey, how are you? You'd like you'd like a general reading or any advice about your project. Okay, let's start with the project. So, what does Trey need to know about their project? I'm good, thank you. Okay, so got the Tower, the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so something is telling me that you need to bulk up your base. There has to be a more of a foundation. I feel like this might mean that there's something that maybe you're overlooking or that you haven't quite figured out how to build a stronger base. But the Four of Wands also tells me that this is something good. It's going to be good for your community. It's going to be good for the people who are involved in the project. And the Eight of Pentacles is just about honing your craft. So I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles and just getting better at what it is that you're going to be offering in this project, with the Tower, says that you need to look at it. You need to decide if this is the strongest foundation that you can have, or do you need to bulk it up a little? But that in the end, you're working on your craft, you're working on the project, and that's a good thing, which is the Four of Wands. Usually, this is like a wedding card or a party card, but I feel like it could absolutely mean something good for your community. Does that resonate at all, Trey? That's all very true. Oh, great. Okay. Do you want to tell me about your project or is it still a secret? In the meantime, let's do a general reading for you, Trey. And we have the Chariot, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So the Chariot and the Knight of Swords, I feel like we're really moving forward, that you've got some great momentum behind you, and that you should use this to really move forward. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of a reap what you sow. So you're going to go into this, you're going to get out of this what you put into it. So I feel like we're still talking about your project. I still have problems getting these things to be clear, right? So move forward, know where you're going, know what your goal is. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, reap what you sow, whatever that is, and go. The Knight of Swords for me is a real let's go, let's get it done kind of card. So, how do you feel about that? Resonating? I feel like they were kind of both about your project. Oh, it's a creative writing project. Is it a solitary project or something for a community? Hi, Sherry. How are you? Okay, well, you think about that, Trey. Um, oh, I'm glad you're good, Sherry. Do you have a question, or is it just a general reading that you're looking for? Okay, Trey said it's something that could have an impact, they feel. So great. I'm glad. I hope that helps. And I'd love to hear about it. If you want to reach out in direct messaging, I'd love to hear about your project. You too. Have a good evening, Trey. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, Sherry, do you see me meeting someone new in love for long-term stable relationship by summer? I like a good detailed question. So let's see. We have the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Okay, this is a little interesting. So the King of Swords, we've got our thoughts, we've got our words, we've got everything that we need to have a good thought, right? But it's all up in our head. So if you're looking for a relationship that's going to be long-term, stable, and in person, what can you do to put yourself more out there, get into the actual physical part of living and out of your head a little bit? And the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is a victory of sorts, but it feels like not everybody is happy with this situation. So is there somebody that you already have in mind, or is this just a general, I'm putting myself out there to look? It's the Three of Cups. Yeah. No, just a general. Okay. So the Three of Cups. So what I'm thinking is you need to get out of the house. You need to go do something. Maybe a girls' night out where you might meet someone. Are you putting yourself out there? Do people know that you're looking for a relationship? Um, you could meet people at work. I find that a lot of people meet the people that they wind up loving through friends or family. And I feel like this is, we got to get out of the head and out of the house and into a public situation so that we're actually in a place where we're able to actually meet someone. So, are you doing those things? Okay, while we're waiting for Sherry. You are. Okay, good. So then, if you're taking care of everything that you can do, you have a good attitude about it. I think the universe knows that you're looking and that you're doing all the things that you can do. I feel like this might mean that you're tired, that you've been looking for a while and you feel like what you've done hasn't really come to fruition. And what I would say to this is keep trying, don't give up. And we're looking at a by summer card. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, also a 10 card, the World, and Death. Okay, so you're waiting for your soulmate. Okay, so that's a more proactive stance on that is definitely going to make a difference. I feel like you've got everything set up. You're going through these cycles. The world is, you can create anything you want. Um, but there's something that's holding you back. Does that resonate at all? I'm trying to get this. There we go. So does it resonate at all that there's something that might be holding you back that you need to maybe let go of or have a different perspective on it? It does. Okay. Okay. So I think this is a really healthy way of looking at, okay, I love this. We have the Six of Wands, right? So riding in from victory and your progress. Is that what they used to call it? Like in medieval times with royalty, they'd go on progress. And I feel like you're doing that and you're going to have success because of it. The Page of Cups, right? Open to emotion, learning about emotion, a fish in a cup. Not really sure why there's a fish in a cup, but there is. And the Two of Pentacles. So balance. I think it feels to me like you're doing everything that you need to do, right? That you're putting yourself out there, you're letting the universe and the people in your circle know that that's what you're looking for. Um, so the Page of Cups and the Two of Pentacles both have kind of beachy backgrounds, right? So I'm thinking that if you want this, you can bring this into being by summer, right? I don't know. I know for me, when I force things, because we can all make anything happen, right? We can manifest all the things. And sometimes if I'm pushing too hard at it, like I really want this by a certain time, that can be a good thing. Or am I not looking at all the things I need to look at in order to make sure that this is the right step to take? Because people show up all the time. The question is, are they the right ones? So, looking for your soulmate, I say definitely be open to new emotions, new experiences, keep the balance, and you've got this if you want it. You know what I'm saying? And it appears to me that you really do. Hi, Pop Girl. Is that how I pronounce that? Pop. You tell me. So, Sherry, I think that there's a good possibility you can do this by summer, that this will happen by summer. But I would also like to say, don't be so focused on the when as be more focused on the what, which is bringing that perfect person for you into your life. So that's what I would say. How do you feel about that? And Pop Girl, do you have? I'm right, Sherry. Okay, great. So I wish you absolutely every success with this. There's a, what do they say? There's a lid to every pot, or there's a, I don't know, but I think that you're definitely, it feels like you're doing all the right things, putting yourself out there, getting out of the house, doing the things that you need to do, and being open to whatever the universe brings you. So I wish you all the best of luck with that. Okay. You're very welcome, Sherry. Have a wonderful night yourself and take care. And Pop Girl. I think we've met before, and I think it was Pop Girl, but I'm not sure. So if you are you looking for an answer to a question, or are you just looking for a general reading? All right, well, while we wait, I'll just do a general reading, right? And like I said earlier, changing from Fridays to Wednesdays, I hope that that's more doable for people. I feel like Friday, it's too much pressure. You date night, or you got to take the kids out, or you're just tired from the week. So let's see if Wednesday is a better day for us. Okay, it's a general reading for Pop Girl. All right, we've got the Moon, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Swords. So this feels a little prickly. with the moon, I would say there's two sides. So, like for me, the moon can be very magical and very emotional and dreamy, but on the other side of that coin, it could be something that you need to watch out for that's below the surface that may not be presenting itself to you in a direct way. So I would make sure that I explored every aspect of it. Make sure that there's nothing that you need to look underneath. There's no rock that you need to look underneath, right? And then the Hierophant speaks of tradition, whether that's a traditional religion or a traditional leader or um, something else where a person in charge of the situation or the life or the group, the community. And then the Eight of Swords, which says stuck but of your own doing, like she can definitely get out of that bondage, right? So maybe stuck on a certain something that you need to work through. Um, but I feel like maybe there's something that has always been just a given for you that's a traditional thing that maybe you look need to look underneath the surface and see if that tradition is really something that's serving you or if you need to kind of get out of it. What do you think? Does that resonate for you? I see there's a couple of people in here that aren't speaking. If you'd like a reading, please let me know. We can do general, we can do questions, whichever you prefer. Pop Girl says, we have met before. I kind of thought so. I kind of thought so. Were you here for the reading? Sure, go ahead, ask a question. I love questions. So while we wait for Pop Girl's question, I would like to encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'd love for you to connect. Okay, Pop Girl says, what is Jay coming in to say? Hi, Alan. How are you? I'm good. What is Jay coming in to say? Got the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Ace of Swords are like new ideas and new decisions. And then the Six of Cups is a nostalgia card, and the Four of Swords is rest. So is Jay coming to tell you that they have a new idea about something, that they've made a decision about something that maybe pertains to the past and something that they feel nostalgic about, maybe a memory that the two of you share, and that he might need a rest from something. You know what? I'm assuming Jay is a he. I don't know that. That they need a rest from, that they need a break from. What do you think? And then we've got the moon again. So also, I would say, oh, they are a okay. I would also say, and this came up with the last reading, is that look underneath the surface. That whatever it is that they're going to say to you, maybe don't take it at face value. Maybe, I'm certainly not encouraging you to badger them and say, well, what do you mean? But to for you to look at what might be underneath the surface, what's rising up. Oh, I think I'm finally get the hang of getting these cards in clarity. So that's what I would think. I would think that Jay is coming in to say that they've made a decision, that the decision is probably based on what's gone on in the past, and that maybe somebody needs to take a break from it. We've been in, okay, so Pop Girl says, we've been in separation and I think they're coming back in and have been getting confirmation. Okay, so with this, I would say that that's completely possible. But I also really want you to pay attention to maybe what's underneath, what's not exactly said, what's not obvious. But yeah, that resonates that, they're looking at the past with a fondness. But they may not be ready to jump back in, right? But most importantly for you, because this is about you. I mean, no matter what they decide, you're the one who's in charge of your own life, of your own situations. And I would say, really look, really pay attention to the subtext, to what's not being said, obviously, right? Okay, so let me know what you think about that. So Pop Girl says there was a third party, and that might be the only problem. Okay, so if there's a third party, I'm assuming it's not on your end. Alan, I will get to you in just a second. I assume it's not a third party that you brought into the situation. So if I'm correct, let's phrase the question as, are they ready to let go of that third party situation on his? But you got information that they ended things. Okay. The Hierophant and the Hermit. Let's pull another card. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I would say that that's probably true, although I'm not really sure how the Hierophant figures into letting go, unless Jay has decided that they want the more traditional, the relationship that they had with you, and that they're feeling like they're kind of alone, and maybe that they've got, this might pertain to the Four of Swords. You like how I jump all over the place? I've been watching my own videos and I'm very jerky. I don't know why. I never thought I was, but that maybe they're doing the work on their own, that the Hermit speaks to, that the Four of Swords speaks to. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is, you're in charge of your love life. You're in charge of your emotions. And if Jay wants to get on board, well, then he wants to get on board. But in the end, the decision's yours, right? Okay, so I hope that resonates. Alan, sorry I had to make you wait for a second. When will A ask me to move in? Okay. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, I think that they're waiting for the time to be right. They're kind of being a little bit stingy with their time, with their resources. But then I've got the Knight of Swords that's saying, yeah, let's go. This is the time. And then the Seven of Pentacles, which this has come up quite a few times tonight already. That like reaping what you sow. So, your harvest, your gathering of the things that you planted. I'm thinking that A might be a little concerned about whether or not to move forward. Um, let's pull another couple of cards because I feel like they're confused. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and count my stuff and hang out with my stuff, and but then let's go and let's get this done, and then well, let's see what comes up. So I'm kind of getting the feeling that they're not exactly sure what it is that they're doing. Does that make sense to you? They're really looking for there to be a happy home, but wondering if there's something that needs to be left behind that isn't quite making it in to the situation or not making the situation something that they really get yet. Does that resonate? Well, Pop Girl, you're very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So what do you think, Alan? Alan? Okay. Is there anybody? I see that there's a couple of people in here, but nobody's saying. Not sure. Alan says not sure what is taking him so long. It looks like he might just be undecided, that he's confused about some. Let's pull another couple of cards, right? I really feel like they're confused, that they're not sure what they want. Because, okay, we have, yeah, this is a party, yay. And then, well, something didn't work, and, there's something left over, but okay, so what I think is give them the space. Like, don't push it. I mean, you could push it. You could absolutely push it. There's plenty of times I've pushed things and I've gotten them, and then I wasn't sure why it was that I wanted them. You know what I mean? So that would be my suggestion. Let it happen in its own time. And if this time isn't working for you, if this just isn't what you were expecting, I think you need to look at, well, is this something that I want to wait for? Or is this something that I'm not really willing to sit around and wait? Does that make sense? In the end, you're going to get what it is that you want. You're going to ride into victory, be comfortable in your own surroundings, but just, make sure that you know what you're going into. Make sure that what you think it is what it actually is, that what your expectations are realistic. Does that resonate? Okay. So while we wait for Alan to respond, Alan says yes. So you're very welcome. Again, it's what you want. You have to decide what you want and what you're willing to do. Like, are you settling? Are you in your head thinking, oh, this is exactly what I want? And maybe it's not so much what you actually want, but the idea of it. I don't know, something to think about. I hope that helps. So let's pull a card for the collective, shall we? And you're very welcome, Alan. Alan. I don't know if we've got some shy people, but I'm going to pull a couple of cards for the collective and we'll see. And if nobody pops back in or has anything to say, we'll end it on a high note. The Ace of Cups jumped from the deck. So I think, today's the first day of spring. Well, yeah, I guess today's the first full day of spring. And it's a great time to be open to new emotions and new thoughts about our relationships and what we're doing and what we're looking to bring forth into the new year. Because there are lots and lots of people who consider this the start of the year. It's the start of the astrological year. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, this is a cycle. We're starting the cycle over, and that's a good time to look at what's working for us, what's not working for us, and to be the sovereign of our own passions, of our own ideas, of our own wishes, hopes, the things that we want to bring into being. And I think that's great for the new season, the new year is the Ace of Cups with new emotion and exploring ideas and relationships. Not just the romantic ones, but any of the heart relationships, great friends, community, paying attention to the cycles that this is the beginning of this particular cycle. Maybe there's a different cycle for you that you should be paying attention to. To own your passions, to move forward with exploring them. There we go. Exploring them. And I feel like this is a whole thing about exploration, right? The new season, your passions. Is there anything that you wanted to try that you haven't yet? Is there something that's kind of like running around in your brain that you want to try, a new hobby or a new venture, whatever it is, that this might be the perfect time to get started on with? So that's it. That's our first Wednesday live. I'm going to close it down now. We'll be here again. I'll be here again next Wednesday. If you want to book a reading, if you'd like to check out I have new astrological digital stickers and tarot stickers. They're all linked below. And I would love to hear from you, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell. Like the video. Thank you so much. I hope to talk soon.